Holy shit, that's the fastest YouTube notifications have ever been sent out. I just hit start stream. Is YouTube sick? They've never done. They even did it on the Discord notification tab. Whoa. What are we chatting about? Anything. I've got a few topics on my head that I want to just whiplash everybody with, but I'll wait until somebody else tries to circumvent or jumpstart the conversation. Although I am going to just say right now, if anybody's seen the recent picture of Jimmy Carter, I'm taking back what I said. That motherfucker is dead. He is dead. That was a corpse in that chair. And I won't accept any answer. The day the news breaks, I'm going to feel vindicated. I just stopped a 16-hour BeamNP session to watch this. Better be good. I don't have a lot that I'm going to be able to do because of the battery situation, so I'm not going to... If you want to continue your BeamNP session, you go right ahead. Because all I'm going to do is probably talk, because there's not much else we can do. I've only got 74% battery, and there's some stuff I want to get done tonight. I've just started talking, which means Nutters is in my face now. If you hear any bumping or like purring or anything like that, he really likes to rub up against the boom arm for some reason. There's a lot of metal on this desk. I should probably move that all out. But yes, I am standing my ground. Jimmy Carter's dead. So when I said a few weeks ago, did you guys know that Jimmy Carter was alive? He's not alive. We're just waiting for official confirmation. Cat, you cannot stop me from using my own keyboard. You may pay half the rent, which is $0, but you do not get to make the decisions in here, boy. I've yet to watch your video about it, but how's van life treating you? I would suggest watching the video because there's a lot to cover and there's a lot to talk about. Thoughts on Black Ops 6? It released? Actually, better question. Do I care? Could you stop? Go chase the stock or something like that. I don't know. You got a whole bed to yourself. Why do you need to be up here? Nah. Banned from the desk. Black Ops 6 is fucking sick. I'm sure all 180 gigabytes of it is. I have banned myself from ever buying anything from Activision or EA or any of those fucking assholes because I'm so tired of those games. I am bored. Hey, Wyo. Hey, hello. Hey, long time no see. Yeah, I recognize you. I think you're actually in my mentions. You mentioned me in a video once. I've yet to actually look at it, though. You should make a car hunt with your homies. I'm going to go back to my game. Thing is that all of my friends are like 500 miles apart from each other. Is Nerd still high on catnip? He's high on something because he sure is sassy tonight. Still think it's hilarious that I watched your What is BeamNG video and at just past 7:30 there's a tall top van like Levan. That was a part of one of the mods. I can't remember what it is, but it was like a skid pack and it came with a few configurations for the movie studio that was actually there. So I thought it was just kind of fitting. It's actually pretty good at only 50 gigabytes. I'm still not buying it. Any chance we get to see old YO vids about fixing old junk? I've only got one video, but if people would like, I will upload that video to the main channel. I gotta go through and make sure that the audio is good though, because that video is from a long time ago, and the music that I used may have been non-copyright then, but I know the guy that made that music was actively selling it to the record labelers, so there's a good chance that music is no longer safe to upload. And you'll also have to forgive, in the like 5 to 6 years I made that video, my camera skills have never improved. Do you watch Trailer Park Boys? I did a long time ago. I don't watch a lot of TV anymore though. I think it would just feel awkward to upload that video because it's a project that never got finished and it's only just the one video. I got the truck to run. And then I moved it like 5 foot off camera, and then the engine dropped the valve and killed itself, and that pretty much destroyed the entire project, and I lost motivation to ever work on that truck ever again. And so the last thing I would like is like, well, where's the truck now? Probably a cube, unfortunately, if someone never respected the build. Which I fear the way that they loaded the truck up onto the trailer when I sold the truck, that it has probably been picked apart and just smashed into pieces. Which sucks, because I had a solid bedside toolbox that sits behind the passenger door in the fender. Those are hard to find in like working condition, not completely rotted out, and it was solid. I should have kept the truck on that principle alone. What do you think you will get next in regards to van life, bus, etc.? I want to go straight to bus. Because whatever build I do next, I want it to be actually done correct. So that way it can last a long time. So I don't think there's a need for me to move from this van to a ProMaster or something like that that's done well, that I'm only going to live in for another 6 months before I go to the bus. So I like someone's idea of getting a trailer and putting everything in the back that I would need to keep this van fixed. I am a little bit gun shy about doing something like that. Because the van's issues primarily came from the fact that the previous owners were using it as a tow pig. The rear axle is not set up. It is a very low gear ratio, or a very high gear, low gear ratio highway gear, which is not good for towing. The transmission is not good for towing. It does have a manual overdrive switch off, but I don't think they ever used it, which is why the transmission is so shot. Shocks and everything. It's just, the van needs a lot, and I feel nervous about putting a trailer on that and adding a fucking weight that's swinging around on the back. Watching this in a rollback? Nice. Why does my fucking mind escape? I know what a rollback is. I just, for some reason, my mind's not bringing an image up. Hold on. I'm sure. Yeah, okay, yeah. I know exactly what that is. It's a fucking flatbed. I knew what that was. I don't know why that struggled with that. May suck, but you might want to just have to remove the passenger seat and build an extra storage space there. Yeah, I've thought about it. My problem with storing things up front, though, is I don't want people to see stuff up there. The Bucky and the extra bag of clothes I got up there is about as much as I want people to be able to see. Honestly, like I said, if I was to rebuild the interior from scratch, I would have probably done the bed across the back. But that does also push the kitchenette forward. I don't know if I have that space to do that, because it's already a tight squeeze to get in here. We're stuck with the van regardless. I mean, this is it. Any tips for someone trying to build their YouTube channel up? Trends are temporary, but style is forever. Don't trend chase. Other than that, though, I couldn't tell you, because I'm just as confused about the algorithm and how it works as anybody else. What's your number one favorite thing about van life? The shit that you see. Like, you can go anywhere. Like I say that, I've been stationary for the past month or so because there's things that need to be fixed. But, I mean, once I can get everything squared away and I can get, like, income rolling again, I can just go anywhere I want. Even the trip back from Colorado down back to here to get things fixed was a fun trip, because there was just... I took a bunch of detours to go see shit. Did you know that there's a Buc-ee's in Missouri? I wasn't even expecting that till I saw the sign, and I said, I've got to go. I've got to go there. Consistency. Yes. I hate to say a regular upload schedule, because I am the worst example of that by far on the entire platform. But YouTube will absolutely cut your throat if you are not consistently uploading. Because they are looking for a constant moneymaker. So if you're constantly uploading, it's better for the algorithm. But if you have like a one big video every 6 months, it's kind of a gamble. Will you ever play the new version of Voices of the Void? 1.0. Even Monique said the best thing to do is wait for 1.0 release, because it's close enough. And that will have everything that is in the game that they want people to see. There's no point of playing it now, because there's going to be 2 major updates that bring more to the game. Nutters, stop. I'm gonna throw you like a football. Stop it. What town and place has been your favorite to visit while doing van life? I haven't really stayed in a town long enough. The town that I was at while I was working in Colorado wasn't too bad. It was kind of full of a lot of snobby rich people, but the town itself wasn't bad. Steamboat Springs, Colorado. Stop! There's so much space to lay on. Why do you gotta lay on my laptop? I gotta bust the screen. Dork. Have you ever heard of the majestic 1973 GMC motorhome? I've seen a few for sale, along with a little Toyota motorhome, and I didn't want to buy those because you're basically buying like a house at that point, which sounds like a great idea, but if you want one cheap, you're basically buying a remodeling project of like a trailer home, which is a big undertaking compared to a steel carcass of a van. But the more I think about it, the more something like that would probably be more fitting. Even like a box truck. I saw something on Reddit today that was absolutely fucking bonkers. Let me see if I can download an image of it real quick. And if I was to come across something like this in running driving condition, you know, with a more modern drivetrain. Stop! Hold on. Nutters is being a tick. Stop it. Why did you do that? What the fuck are you doing? Just tore a big old gash in that rug. Dang it. Anyways, back to what I was saying. What was I saying? Anyways, this thing. Look at this. This is neat, in my opinion. This thing is actually legit. Actually, I think it is sitting on a modern chassis. Honestly, I wish you could do van life in America because I'm European and the laws about van life is very strict anyways. You think about Utah, seems fun to me. Yes, Utah is actually, especially like the out in the Badlands. Not the Badlands. Badlands is South Dakota. Oh, I'm drawing a blank. Oh, actually, I'm going to go back. Speaking of South Dakota, I'm going back to that one question. There's a place in South Dakota called Waldrug. That I've marked it on my map so I can remember to go back, but that place is so weird. I want to go back there. You enter South Dakota, or maybe it's North Dakota. You enter one of the Dakotas, and you see nothing but billboards for a place called Waldrug, and it is an absolute goofy place. Stop! What the fuck are you doing? Ow! What is your problem? Why are you suddenly acting like a little turd? Oh, now you can't just rub up against me and try to act like you're all chill. You're chewing on cables. Okay, are you chill now? Stop. Okay, now you're actually starting to get on my nerves. What is your problem? Do you not have food? You've got food. You've got water. Why are you acting a fool? What is your problem? Go somewhere else. Okay, you can't be friendly. You get to go over there. Stop. I think he smells this other cat that I've been playing with all day. Moab. That's what I was thinking of. Moab. I was thinking Mojave for some reason. That's Nevada. Oh, God. Questions have gotten away from me. Oh, let me go back to the question I was answering. Well, I guess I did answer that. But yeah, Moab would be really nice because you get such a crystal clear sky there. You can get some really cool pictures of the night. So that would be really fun. Let me turn this back off. Local man brutally attacked by feline after trying to discuss possible French automobile. I guess I've learned my lesson. Don't talk about it. Jada's got a little kitten, as you guys have seen me posting. And I think he's smelling him on me because I was playing with him a lot today. So I think he's getting a little pissy, a little jealous. He's back on the desk. And he's rubbing up against my hand. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. He smells the other cat, so he's trying to get the scent back onto me now. You are so jealous. You are so jealous. You are such a pitiful boy. Well, as long as you don't attack me when I try to use my keyboard, I don't mind you being up here. Have you ever thought about doing a video on Fallout New Vegas by chance? I started a little series on it. Didn't do very well, so I didn't bother to continue it. Same with... I've noticed, like, the gameplay series don't do very well. Like, if I was to do one-off videos, then yeah, but... Also, New Vegas is really old. Like, a lot of people have played New Vegas, so a game review of New Vegas would just not make sense. We need a Nutter's cam like Ashton Spliff. I've got a webcam somewhere hitting in storage. I just gotta find it. And then I gotta figure out where I'm gonna mount it. The camera that I used to record the video was a GoPro, and the GoPro does not play nice with the computer. It's supposed to have support, but when I tried to use it, I only got like 10 frames a second out of it, and it was just horrible. What's the plan for the next What Is video? I haven't really decided what the next video is gonna be. There's not really any games that I've had, you know, my eye on. What is your problem, you fucking freak? I play with a kitten. Get over it. You're 2 years old. Act like an adult. Big baby. Would you think Pacific Drive needs an endless mode with a procedurally generated map? No. I don't. I'm tired of those games. Let me just be blunt. I'm tired of the big open world games and such like that. It's nice to have something that's nice and confined and actually well designed. Because the second you get into like random generation, you get into real weird bugs and whatnot. Stop! Like, that's something I saw a lot of people complain about. It's like, oh, I wish it was open world. No, it doesn't. Having like unique cells that they could design out rather than have a big open connected world is so much better. Funny how you think he's that mature. I don't know, like, he's so jealous, clearly. Like, yeah, I'm not abandoning you. I'm just helping with another kitty cat. You're in that situation, Mr. Ibogie. You had that eye infection when you were born. Big baby. Do we start a war of animated animals in clothes with Martin Poopy Pants? No. Martin's got his own thing going. I've got my own thing going. It was a funny gag at the beginning, but I realized his like over-the-top comedy stuff just wasn't for me. Stop. Okay. We need to address the animal in this room. And I quite literally mean the animal. Take a chill pill. I'm still coming in here to sleep. And you can roll all over me all you want, but please do not attack me while I am trying to use my keyboard. I am trying to do something. He does this while I'm on the phone too. Like, he'll be doing his own thing and someone will call me and he'll immediately be able to tell him about to start talking, so he comes up in my face. I don't know what it is. Did you say you're done with My Summer Cart? Yeah. I was kind of done with it right off the bat. Like, the only reason I really did a video is because it was super popular at the time. Martin Sinopants doing a video on it was entirely by chance. I wasn't aware that he was doing a video on it. So I was glad because it definitely helped boost the channel. But I'm still going to cover My Winter Car. But I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to be super enthusiastic about it, because if it's even a fraction as hard as My Summer Car currently, I'm probably going to give up real quick. Would you consider a roof box for Levan? There is no space left. Between the solar panels, the vent, and the satellite, there is no space left. Is there a country you want to visit, and why that specific country? Not really. I guess maybe I'm just overly American, but I really don't have a desire to go outside of the country. Nothing really appeals to me. Like Canada, obviously, so I could go Bully Ray, but that doesn't really count because it's still the same continent. And that's still technically just USA too. I guess it's just me playing a long drive a lot, so I'm used to sitting down driving in uninterrupted for hours. I love Pacific Drive, but my poor PC can only run Medium and Shadows and it cries in pain. Did you ever hear about Assetto Corsa Evo? Yeah. I don't think I'm going to play... The thing is about those games is I used to be really into them, and I still would be into them, but they're only good with a good sim rig. Playing them with controller just gets boring. It's just Forza again. Those games thrive with simulator rigs and everything like that, which is something I do want to do if I do the bus. Like, have this, a small rig. Mighty sent me a good company that's like a budget rig that's actually good for sim stuff, actually better than Fanatec. Fanatec? I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm gonna have to go back and see what he was saying. Do you like visual novels? I haven't read a lot of comics myself, but I do like the style. I like the art style of comics, but dude, this is gonna make me such a hypocrite. I don't read a lot of stuff like that. Would you be willing to visit Alaska? Actually, yes. It's on my list of things I want to do. Is I want to take Bucky, like that I got from Alabama, and take him as far north as I possibly can into Alaska. Like as far physically north as a Bucky has ever gone. Are there any European places that interest you? Just not really. Not off the top of my head. I'm not saying that it's a bad place. It just, there's nothing there that I really am like, damn, I gotta go see that. Racing sims are impossible with an Xbox controller. This 20-year-old NASCAR sim I play has all the cars bolted to the left, and you can't consistently correct it on controller. I used to be, like, I had the Logitech G920, which was, like, the low-tier sim rig wheel, back when I was in college, and I used to do drifting on Assetto Corsa all the time. I used to do league stuff in Assetto Corsa all the time. I was actually genuinely good at it. I can't find any videos of it anymore. Like, I'm gonna have to peek through my old Google Drive, like my school account. Where do you plan to go next? I don't know. I watched when Camping with Steve was showing off his bus before. I don't know what he's done with it since then. He had a little spinner up by the driver's seat, so every time he would come up to like an intersection or something like that, he would spin it, and that would tell him where to go. I think that's something cool. But I would like to go to Washington. I've done the video, now I gotta go do it in IRL. I think Forza Horizon 6 is gonna be so ass. You think I know. If it's even anything remotely close to what Forza Horizon 5 was, I'm already bored. I'm so tired of the Battle Pass bullshit in games. I think your reads are... Ah, fuck. I couldn't... A tail got in my way when I was reading that. Honestly, fuck. Honestly, Wild, the reason I think your vids are appealing is because you're straightforward and laid back, and it's nice to have a break from all of the top brain rot content. That's because I hate that content. I'm making content I like. So that way, when people come and watch it, it's the same people that enjoy it. That's why I've taken such a step back from the over-top comedy in videos. I know a lot of people got mad at me over it because you're expecting a Martensino Pants Part 2, but I just don't like it. I like to be a little bit more factual. And yeah, a little bit of humor spread in here and there, but I don't know. I don't like the style. Cat, I can't see chat. Go lay down somewhere. Go do something. Go pay taxes or something like that. Have you ever watched Top Gear? Of course. And on the tour. Oh, fuck, which I've already forgotten the name of. What brought the coin game duck back in the corner? It's always been there. That's not even a part of the junk overlay. Should I turn the junk overlay on? Because I know a lot of people hate it and a lot of people like it. But we could turn the junk overlay back on. There it is. More visual stuff for you guys. Look at the dancing duck. Look at Nutters being petted. Look at the 2 pieces of Wendy art that really honestly probably shouldn't be there. Stop it. Stop being a turd. Grand Tour. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking World Tour for some reason, but that's Guitar Hero. Your video on Pacific Drive, maybe get the game, been enjoying every minute so far. Nice. Would you classify the Mercury Grand Marquis as a classic car? Which year? Oh, I guess... Is the newer Panther chassis Crown or Grand Marquis, is that actually a Grand Marquis? Because I know there's a Lincoln Town Car, and then they have the Mercury, yeah, Grand Marquis. Yeah, I would consider anything like 85 and older is what I consider a classic car. I left for a few minutes. What the hell is this all on the screen? I told you that there's like 50% of people that like the junk overlay and 50% people that hate the junk overlay. Oh, fuck. Please tell me that didn't cause me to drop out my internet. We are still good. I accidentally just pulled my phone off of the fucking counter behind me. 2000s. No, 2000s is still too modern. Like, you can have nice cars in the 90s, but 90s is not classic yet. I think 30 years old is going to be like the crossover point. What inspired you to start your channel? I started the channel after I got fired from Marathon. And I'm going to name drop them because I don't give a fuck anymore. I tried to be silent about who the fuck they were, but Marathon Dover Company fired my ass after I wouldn't show up for their fucking 12-hour a day, 72 fucking bullshit. Oh, I'm not going to rant about this because I will get myself in trouble. And so I just started doing YouTube videos while I was looking for a new job. The junk overlay could use for fan art that you rotate out every stream. I haven't really gotten... I mean, I've got Avis's art, which I really like. Oh! Actually, that reminds me. I don't know if any of you guys have noticed, but I didn't just change the profile pic for the channel. I've rebranded a lot of it. And I got permission from Avis to use the one piece of art that he gave me in a trade for the new banner. And the banner is actually interchangeable with TV, mobile, and desktop. Let me download this real quick and show you guys. What about that? I think this is cool. And so that's the new banner for the channel. And it goes all the way up to the TV screen, or TV-sized banner. So people on TV get a little Easter egg in the corner, I guess. That art is from Avis, and it's very, very good. Actually, I think I've got the original art somewhere. On my computer. Yeah, it's literally right here. How much clothing are you able to keep in the van? A decent amount. I don't keep much clothing, though, because I hate doing laundry. Here is the original piece of art that he gave me. And it's still very good. I like it a lot. This is the 80s Haze duck. And I need to continue writing 80s Haze. What's your opinion on old Volvo cars? This is my personal favorite car is the 240 Turbo. That is also my favorite. I like the wagon. I like the brick. They're really hard to get in the US though, because a lot of them have been destroyed because of a lot of people also like them, but a lot of kids got a hold of them and destroyed them. So they're really hard to come across. But luckily when they do pop up, they're very good examples of them. Was that the welding place you worked for? One of them. I've worked for quite a few at this point. And it's a job I'm not... It's a good skill to have, but it's a job I'm no longer willing to do. I will not crawl my ass out of bed for any welding job less than 25 bucks an hour at this point. That would be like my bare minimum. And that needs to come with good ass benefits too. And if it's going to be one of those, you're working all fucking week, overtime out of the blue, I won't do it either. Overtime is a respect thing to me. If you're going to hire me on and then expect me to work 24 fucking 7 for you, you need to be willing to shell out a lot more than what fucking D were paying me. Saab 96 two-stroke would be fun to own. Did you also watch the 3D, or what, not 3D Machines? That is an older channel. The Aging Wheels video. If you like bricks, try the 1991 Subaru Loyal. Subaru tax would kill me. I know, because I've owned old Subarus about the same year. I owned a 94 Subaru Impreza wagon. It's just an LE, but I mean, fuck, I still paid the $6,000 for that thing. But I do miss that car a lot. I wish I had kept it because my brother's starting to learn how to drive, and we don't have any cars in our fleet now that are a stick. Even the ranch truck that my mom has is an automatic. My grandma got rid of her Jeep that was a stick, and she traded it for an Escape, which I still am kind of salty about, but whatever. Which is obviously a turn dial automatic. Damn, who all got that video out of the blue? I mean, I'm subscribed to Aging Wheels, so I got that video, obviously. As I live in the home country of Volvo, the 240 Turbo is in plentiful amounts. I'm so lucky. You know what car that I really like that a lot of people hate on? Actually, no, I take that back. Don't hate on it, but a lot of people kind of like for all the wrong reasons. I love the Fox Body Mustang as a Mustang. I know a lot of people like the Fox Body Mustang as a shell to turn into other projects. I love the Fox Body Mustang as a Mustang. I would love a Fox Body. I'm turning off the junk banner. It's distracting me. Oh, we need to do some retconning, actually. We need to do some quick retconning. Where is my phone? Because I just now noticed something that is incorrect on the screen now. Because I am making a change. All right. dbsky.socil. Okay, there we go. Yeah, no, I'm deleting Twitter here soon, and I'm moving to Blue Sky. Both the art and the main. Don't follow the art if you're not ready for that type of shit. I'm probably going to delete Twitter following the first of the month because of their TOS change with AI. I'm not making shit for machines. I'm making shit for you guys. So I think it's time to finally just give up on Twitter and let it just finally sink. Now you've mentioned Aging Wheels, thoughts on the Trabant? It's a neat little car. I wouldn't want one for myself, but it is a neat little car. The little cotton paneled machine. Still dreaming about Mopars? Dude, I found a YouTube channel, and I'm not going to say the name of the channel, but I found a YouTube channel that's uploading the Roadkill Garage and Roadkill episodes, which is unequivocally based, because I'm not paying Motor Trend for 2 shows that I watch, and then having to pay the extra premium for all the other shows I don't give a shit about. The Duster build, the crop duster with that new grill that they put on it. Ooh, I want a Duster so bad now. I know where like a clean Duster is, but the guy will not fucking sell it. It's purple with it's like old hot rod flames on it. It's got the smooth steelies on it, the riveted steelies. I don't know if it's got a power plant in it because it just sat forever, but that thing is so cool. I don't know if I'd even change the paint. Like, yeah, like a Hemi orange or something on a Duster would look really cool, but the purple with the flames is sick. How the fuck do you get off Top Chat on the YouTube mobile update? I don't know, because I don't watch live streams on mobile. Water is toxic as fuck. It's been really, really bad as of late. General Mayhem. Yeah, it's neat. I liked it a lot better when it had a 440 from a motorhome in it. Like, yes, I know they finally got rid of the Hellcat motor and put another 440, but I wanted that 440 in it. Go with the Valiant. They're still affordable. My buddy owned a Slant 6 Valiant, the 4-door. I've already said the story about how we put magnesium strips on the rear bumper a million times, so I'll save you guys that again. Because it is my favorite story. Too bad they redone the road now, so the grooves from the strips are gone. There are no 3 lines. There used to either be a little gear icon to switch it, or you just tap on Top Chat itself and then it should switch. Gotta go see you. See ya. Have a good night. I'm playing for 76, judging by the title of your joining. Or playing Fallout 4. I'm not playing anything. Like I said, the battery issues are keeping me from doing anything right now. I'm currently at 71%. My cutoff is probably going to be 55, 50%. There's an X and a button to clip. Maybe they just broke mobile. Because they've broken mobile in a few different ways. Like, the titles are obscured, and the new fucking mini players sucks. I don't understand these changes that they keep doing. Like, if shit works, don't touch it. Especially the mini player thing, because my muscle memory is, if I drag it down, it goes to the bottom of the screen, and I can tap on it, it opens up again. That's gone. Now it shoots off to wherever the fuck it wants to on the screen, and if I double tap it, it just makes it bigger. I don't get it back to the original player. I hate that shit. Whoever decided that, kill them with hammers. Please do a what is video about the Henry Stickmin collection. The thing about that is that it would end up being a very spoiler heavy video, and I try to avoid spoiling games. And that entire game is about choices and the gags that come with them, so I don't want to do that. Good game, just way too hard of a video to talk about, especially because a guy got mad about the fact of the background of the video, or the thumbnail, was towards the end of the game. It doesn't reveal anything, but the dude got all tilted because I used it. This is why we use Revance, kids. Yeah, except Revance is constantly fucking breaking. Because YouTube will just randomly update itself, even if you set it that way it only updates when you say. Google will be like, wait a minute. That's a little bit odd. I'm going to update it anyways. And then it just breaks Revanced. YouTube's UI updates just drive me fucking nuts. I'm going to be convinced. I'm going to be not even surprised if it turns out that Microsoft bought Google. Only one guy. Sir, I see 24 on my channel, or on my stream. I don't know what you're talking about. I'd love to see you play Thank Goodness You're Here. Fun British simulator. Maybe. I might add it to my lineup. I am kind of racking my brain on what videos to do next. I was kind of hoping the Pacific Drive video would take off a little bit more. Like, I hate to sound ungrateful because 7,000 views is still decent for a video, but I literally watched the views by hour just get cut half and half and half and half until it's like 10 views an hour. I should have thrown a pyramid scheme in there to make sure that YouTube spread it to literally fucking everyone. What's it at right now? Let's take a peek. YouTube Studio. Oh, that's right. Levan is the most recent video, so I gotta actually go to content. Oh no, it's in published videos. Yeah, we're averaging anywhere from 10 to 15 views an hour. How about playing web fishing, Dave the Diver? I'll have to look at them all. Anything? Any held comments? No. Mentions? No. Copyright. I actually need to check this channel every now and then, or this thing every now and then. %20 of their video. No, that's just a live stream. Nice try, YouTube, but I'm not falling for that. You could be earning 175% more. Live streaming at least once a week can improve your channel's earnings from super chats by up to 175%. No, because you guys take such a heavy chunk of that. That's why I'd rather just use. I wish there was a way to shut off super chats on fucking live streams, because I'd rather it just go through Stream Elements instead, because YouTube's super chat system sucks. Like, I'm always grateful when people use it, but the way that they handle it is awful. They take such a massive bite out of it and then just throw it to the next month's paycheck. Don't miss out on ad revenue showing mid-roll ads. Absolutely not. That's another thing, is that I checked to see what the automatic mid-rolls are in the What is Pacific Drive video, and these smacked one right in the center of the fucking intro, like a minute in. You greedy fucking pigs. Don't interrupt that. I worked hard on that. The video just started. I went in and like moved around, so there's only 3 left, but there's like 10. Gross earnings, not net earnings. Because they don't actually, well, yeah, they do, I guess. Earn. I'm pretty sure they actually break it down. I hope they break it down for everybody's sake. Kind of. Not really. Welcome to Brand Connect. Oh, yeah. I was still going to set a suggested price, but I've heard a lot of people say the Brand Connect is absolutely no fucking good so far. Which I'm not honestly surprised. How much do they take? I think it's anywhere from 50 to 70%. Supers. It doesn't actually say. Super chat split. Uh, 70-30, so I get 70%. Actually, that's not as bad. However, Apple also does cut, but I think Apple cuts regardless of what you do, because Apple is Apple, and despite being a multi-billion-dollar, almost trillion-dollar company, they still feel the need to take a cut of everybody's financial transactions between one person to another, just because they're using iOS, which is utterly fucking scummy, by the way. 50 to 70%. 70% goes to me, which isn't as bad as I thought it was. But I still hate that it gets put in with the ad revenue check. I'd rather that just go direct. That's why I like donations more, which I know sounds really... It's such a hard conversation to have, because it just makes you sound like an asshole. But I'd rather the money go directly to me rather than sit in YouTube's coffers for a month. Whatever. Still think your intro for the Beam video is peak? Yeah, but I will never do something that long ever again. I do want to make more Beam cinematics, but I'm going to wait till I get a wheel to do that. And I got to figure out Blender a little bit more, because if I'm going to do it again, I'm going to have an actual animated character in it. I've got to drag the 2024 Mustang model out of Need for Speed for my own use. Because there's actually animations that I've had like playing in my head. What the fuck?
Anonymous tipped $200. Wish you the best.
What the fuck? Thanks? Anonymous. US. Holy shit, what the no, I gotta double check this before I start like... Oh, fuck, I'm not logged in on this one. Fine, Google Chrome. I hate it, but I'll use it. Oh fuck, where's my phone? Trust but verify. Mom's credit card out here. Oh, PayPal, hurry up, load. Pro's gotta give the click 9,000 now. Yeah, whoever you are. I don't know who you are because you did it anonymously. But if you're ever in need of art, you've got a heavy discount of 100%. Because holy fuck. Status completed. That is actually fully sent and like materialized. What the fuck is up with you? You utter psychopath. Thank you. What the hell? Also, I thought I'd turn that alert down. Clearly, it made no difference. Jesus Christ. Well, anyways, how do I transition from here now? Because I've kind of got whiplash. Did someone drop a big stack on you? Yes, $200 fucking dollars. It's on the latest tips. Jesus. How does one transition from this point? Let's go. Good God. Gonna be the guy who gets art of blonde women buying expensive bread in a grocery store. I like it being super loud. Okay, so it's loud for you, but the Rode NT1 came with an amplifier plug for... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come back. Uh-oh. Okay, we had a little bit of a cutout. I need to close everything on my phone because I think it's actually causing issues. Plus, I need to close... Oh, no, I did close Google Chrome. We're back. We're back. We're good. We're fine. Are we back? Hello? Sound off. Someone sound off. Are we back or is it broken? I can't tell if we're back or not because YouTube's being a shit. Ow, fucker! We're stuttering a little bit. God fucking Christ!
Steven out-tipped $50. Poor perspective from me by comparison, for the quality cat content recently.
Good Jesus Christ. We're back. Yeah, we are back. My eardrums are broken. Let me finish my statement real quick. Thank you, Steven, for the 50. More cat content to come whenever I get a chance. The Rode NT1 had an actual amplifier plug-in for my headphones. I've been using the normal audio jack for the longest, but I could finally plug in the big thing. And it's good for hearing feedback of your own voice, but I have it set a little bit too high. Fuck! We can hear and see you. Good. Jesus Christ. I'll look for a hearing aid for you. Oh, dude, I'm beyond that point. Have you guys ever had to do that lesson in school where they have the little machine that makes a ringing noise and they turn it down? They tell you to raise your hand when you stop hearing that. I was the kid that raised his hand like 5 minutes before everybody else in school. And even my teacher looked at me in concern because the thing was right in front of me. He's like, are you good? Like, you don't hear that. He's like, I could still hear that. I'm 60 years old. And I just sit there with a big shit-eating grin on my face. Even when the stream is off, I can see you. What? What? $250,000 now, huh? Yeah, no, we've lost our fucking minds in here. We've actually gone goddamn postal. Minor spelling mistake. Everybody kill Ray. Everybody target Ray right now. He fucked up his spelling. Think there is a lag between messages send and then showing up on stream. I think it's, again, I've got a 10-second delay, which I used for the Starlink. It's probably not necessary now because I'm using my phone as a tether for the Wi-Fi. Actually, no, I'm not. Holy fuck, I'm on data. Oh shit. That's why it's dropping out. Is I'm not, oh, this is gonna break things. I am so sorry. We're about to break something like majorly bad here for a second. Just hang in there. Actually, no. I'm shutting the Wi-Fi off. We're just gonna run with data until it screams at me. That's why I wasn't making a difference with the phone behind me or not, because I'm not even connected to the Wi-Fi. Oops. That's okay. Mobile hotspot's cheap, right? It's 50 gigs. I'll only burn through that in like 5 minutes with live streaming. Who the fuck at-e'd me? Oh no, it's Ray. Restart your chat window. Why? It's up to date on... Oh no, it is breaking. Never mind, it is breaking. Where is my browser? Refresh that. It is breaking. Yeah, I can't turn the delay off, so I'm going to have to remember the next time I want to stream, I'm going to have to turn that off. Okay, let it catch back up. Takes just a minute after you refresh to catch back up. Okay, we're back now. Just seen the stream goal of Bussy, for fuck's sakes. That was, what's his name's idea? Blue Wolf guy. Oh my god, I am so bad with names. Everybody knows who I'm talking about. He pops up in the chat every now and then. That was his idea. 1080p 60 streaming, that'll not last hugely long. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I haven't gotten a warning for my hotspot data yet. Ah!
Yeah, tipped $20. Found this 20 today. Amazing what you can come across in someone's wallet.
Just ran someone's wallet, huh? Hey, I mean, I respect that. Finders, keepers, losers, weepers. Is that how it goes? Or is it Weezers? No, it is not Weezers. Nobody fucking make Weezers joke because of that slip up. Thank you for the 20. Ah, I gotta fix the sound gate. I just saw it peak. Can I set a sound gate properties? Can I set a sound gate within OBS? Or is that something I gotta do in a driver? Advanced audio properties. No. Filters. Add. Noise gate. There we go. Okay, what should be a good noise gate? We can bring this up. Close the... That could be time. Wait, no. I think it's closed threshold should be more than... And then that'll pick up on anything. So we're going to set that all the way down below, because that doesn't need to be very low. Or very high. I don't want this to get above 10. Okay, 10 is going to be our max, and it is actually working properly. Sweet. There we go. Fixed. We will no longer peak. No more peaking in this chat. Edging, no peaking. Skype. That's right. Skype was the one that suggested Labussy. If you like management games, I recommend News Tower. You run your own newspaper during the 1920s, during the time of Al Capone and the Prohibition. I like it. I had some good times with it, so I haven't touched it in a while. Garbled Duck. Is it fixed or is it not fixed? Someone sound off once again. I may just turn it back off. It may not even be worth the trouble. You know what? I'm just gonna turn it back off so that way I can test it later myself, rather than doing this live and trying to fix technical difficulties that don't need to be fixed right now, and just actually control my own voice instead of stop screaming into this sensitive microphone. In fact, that little ticking sound you might hear, I don't know if noise suppression is picking up on it, but it's the 900-year-old fan that I have mounted to the roof. We have peaked. It's all downhill from here. Correct. Sounds all right. I'll fix it later. I'll get Ray to tune his ear in. That's a Ray issue to figure out. Wait. Oh, it's just been looping this once. Oh my god, I can't stream for fuck today. I've been looping the same song rather than the whole playlist. Am I dumb? It's not. I didn't think so. I just hear it picking up in my headset because I got monitoring turned on, but I think noise suppression is catching it and shutting it out. So good enough. You know what I haven't checked in a while? You just read my restart your chat window. That's a 3-minute delay, bro. No, because you sent it to me in Discord. The fuck are you talking about, Ray? Ah! You... I'm an old git, so I can't hear high-frequency sounds anyways. Well, like I said, apparently I can't either. I was worse than the 60-year-old physics teacher that screwed me over on my grade. Still salty about that. There was something else I actually wanted to bring up on the topic. I can't remember what it was, though. Oh, commissions are open, by the way, if anybody wants one. I don't know if anybody in this group is actually interested in commissions like that anyways, but I've got four slots open. If anybody is interested. I've got a few personal projects I'm going to knock out, but I'm going to try to take care of a few commissions this next month. Headshots I'm not going to consider part of those slots though, because I can make them in a day. I can almost make them in about 5 hours. You were graded on the hearing test? I wasn't graded. There was plenty of other things I hated about that teacher. Okay. This is going to become a long-winded rant. And I'm sure there's going to be people that disagree with me, and you're free to disagree with me. That's the beauty of freedom of speech or something like that. I don't know. I hate when teachers make you sit in this class and take a bunch of notes on shit on a projector and then send you home to do the homework or anything like that. I'd rather just do everything in that moment. Okay, physics is a very interesting topic, but it's not interesting when it's just lines of text on the fucking wall for the next hour. okay, it becomes white noise really quick. And I get bored really quick. I had a math teacher, because I'm good at math, relatively. I would fail math all the time up until about 11th, 12th grade of high school, junior, senior year of high school, when I got a new math teacher. He fucking hated homework. So his whole thing was, we would learn shit within the first half hour, then we would work together on shit for the next half hour, and then the next day we would take like a quick 20-minute quiz, and then we would move on to the next thing. No homework. It was, this is how this works. Then we're all going to do it as a group together to figure out which parts we understand and which parts we don't understand as a group. And then tomorrow we're going to do a quiz to make sure you guys fully understand it on your own. And then we'll move on. I like that style of teaching. That needs to be a standard. Homework, I don't think, is a very good thing for students. Because it sets up a bad precedent that your work is always going to come home with you, which is something that should not happen. But that's just me. Okay, actually, I'm not gonna, some people are gonna hate me. I don't exactly vibe with the Gran Turismo 5 soundtrack as much as I thought I would. We're going back to the original. Pick it up. Where is it at? Right at the top, hour long, loop it. Yes. Just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Best teacher ever. He actually won an award because of that. Overhead projectors using transparencies with pens that smelled of danger. Yes. I didn't like that teacher. What kind of commissions? Do I turn on the junk thing? Let's turn on the junk. Okay, look in the lower right-hand corner and you can kind of get an idea of what kind of art commissions I do. Actually, you can look at the whole thing. Most of this is artwork, though some of it is older artwork that is not up to snuff now. Wasn't homework already known as a form of punishment from Italy or something? I don't know, probably. Like, I liked that teacher, and I'm kind of bummed out to find out that he quit teaching before my brother got to that stage, got into high school, because I know that my brother would do well in that, because he's like me. He doesn't like homework or anything like that either. Homework was the bane of my fucking existence going through school. That and writing, I write all the time. I love writing. I like writing stories. I like writing screenplays and whatnot like that. Not that I'll ever release them to the public because they're probably shit, right? But I like writing. But I hate writing about shit I don't give a fuck about. And it comes across in my writing. And I think that goes for a lot of people. We're kind of given this precedent that we're going to go through life having to do 50-page essays on things that we don't care, that we don't like. Not once have I ever had to write an essay about anything past high school or, well, I guess college. But when I got to write about a topic that I liked, I would go all in on it, and I would get an A+. Which I think is another thing that teachers need to understand is they need to give their students options of what they write about rather than having a set topic and a set prompt that they have to write about, because it's going to be minimal effort, especially with AI and shit now, that they're not even going to put anything into it. All right, fair enough. You have thoroughly answered my question. You're welcome. We're turning that back off now. Pacific Drive has a few content ID songs. Yes. No one's made a playlist of the live stream friendly songs yet. I had to go in and kind of figure that out myself. I've actually put the 2 songs into the video and credited them, of course. Ghost in the Road was actually written specifically for Pacific Drive, which is really neat. And I've gotten away with it so far. Plus, Ghost in the Road is actually just a legitimately good song. I've added it to my standard rotation. Unusual question number 3, but have you ever heard of the ocean liner SS United States? I think I remember that there was a dispute about where the boat can be docked, because one state, or I guess not one state, but one portion of the Navy didn't want to have it docked within their yard, and another Navy didn't want it docked in their yard, and no one was going to claim a space for it, so they just decided they're going to scuttle it and turn it into a barrier reef, essentially. I have heard about that. Which I think is really childish that our U.S. Navy and our U.S. military and our U.S. government is having disputes with each other about where to put a fucking boat. One of such historical significance on top of that. Like, grow up. I'd pay my taxpayer dollars not for toddler-esque fights. And I don't think that's even the first time that's happened. I think that's happened a few times now. Which, I don't understand. If it's such an issue, why don't we recycle these things from the materials for it for new boats? Like, if you're just going to bomb it and sink it and let nature take its course, I mean, that's kind of cool, I guess, because people have a place to dive and whatnot. But if it's such a fucking burden, then use it for good. Like, I've heard stories about ships being turned into barrier reefs and whatnot, but how effective is that actually? No one wants to pay to maintain the thing. I hate it here. Controversy got into a rent dispute with the dock owners. They won, but got handed an eviction notice along with it. Scrapping also costs money. Yes, but it is legitimately better in the end. Politicians lived in the Olympic Peninsula. I guess. But yeah, I've heard snippets of it. I never took a deep dive into the story itself, but I have heard. I am sorry for the noise that you guys might be hearing now. The fan on the inverter just kicked on. I gotta take these things back out of the van. There's a lot of metal sitting on this fucking countertop. My MAF sensor, this bearing raise, the fucking... the distributor cap. I brought these other things in here to talk about in the video, and then I never touched them. Because I thought it was really interesting how pitted the fucking bearing race for the rear pinion was. I mean, there's legitimate fucking gaps in this thing now. Oh, and then my hands are all greasy, because I never cleaned it off. Oh, my desk is greasy! It's soaking up the grease! Have you played mouthwashing yet? What? I'd love to see your reaction to it live or something like that. What the fuck is mouthwashing? How's your battery life? 68%. It started with 75, so it's actually going down decently slow. That's my desk right now. Yeah, no, but I should probably take this stuff out because having this stuff in a mobile van is probably not a good idea. Just throwing that out there. Go play mouthwashing. What the fuck is mouthwashing? It's an acid trip of a game. Oh, I don't know if that's going to be a game for me then. Wild just admitted to never using mouthwash. Why would we need mouthwash? What did Steam VR high priority? Go fuck yourself. No, that's not high priority. Do you see a VR headset in this van, Steam? Mouthwashing. $12.99. Plus there's a soundtrack. What the fuck is this thumbnail? No, I don't want to watch live stream, Steam. What the fuck? What the fuck is this? I'll put it in my wish list for now. I can't confirm if I'll actually play it or not. It's a horror game, not my kind of jam. Yeah, they're not really my kind of jam either. Like, I'm not knocking on it, but they're just not for me. You ever played Hotline Miami? I've watched other people play it. I haven't played it myself. I am absurdly picky when it comes to games. Wait, Factorio Space Age. Wait, is Space Age... Oh, Space Age is an entirely different fucking game. Oh no, this is a DLC. $35 for a DLC, though. It's got overwhelmingly positive reviews. I actually need to finish Factorio standardly. But Satisfactory got my interest more. If you play that, I'm leaving. I don't like horror games. Well, I'm not playing it right now, obviously, but $70 for the new Black Ops 6. Go get it. Go get the trash game. $70. $70. That's why I'm not playing Black Ops 6. $70 fucking for Black Ops 6. You've got me fucked up. Sideways and down bad. Not happening. I'm more of a racing game kind of guy, not much of a horror game guy. I'm kind of in this weird state of games. I like more chilled games, but with a little bit of complexity. I'm kind of like, I'm shying away from these very heavily open world games and such like that. I kind of like it just this, I don't know how to describe it. I mean, chill games with a little bit of complexity, but also not like overly complex like My Summer Car. Factorio is awesome. It is awesome. I've had Factorio. I just never finished it. I've gotten further in... Uh-oh. Oh, goddammit. I have another nosebleed. Hold on. Time out. Hold that thought. Oh, I'm about to sound nasally. I hate dry weather. Buying caught in a year of... Oh my god, I sound so nasally now. Oh, I've been getting consistent nosebleeds in the same nose because of this dry-ass weather. Subnautica, I do like the look of, a bit like Voices of the Void in some aspects. I do like Subnautica. And Subnautica 2 is going to be multiplayer. That's the type of games I like that are just a solo experience that aren't like an acid trip, are more casual. You can take your time with it. You can kind of do your own thing. That aren't just over the top like My Summer Car. Like, I think that's why I like Pacific Drive is you can go at your own pace and there's nothing fighting you to get you to keep moving. Need moisture? Yeah, no, I'm going to have to plug in the humidifier. That's something a lot of people brought up when I was building the van. Is like, how are you going to deal with moisture? How are you going to deal with moisture? Moisture is not a problem in this thing. A lack thereof is a problem. Subnautica 2 isn't as good. Subnautica 2 hasn't even released. What are you talking about? Yeah, it's not even out yet. It doesn't release until 2025. What are you on about? Reminds me of Jalopy. I love Jalopy. Farming sim except the storm. What? DEI. Oh, I don't give a fuck about that shit. I'm sorry, that's just such a scapegoat to immediately judge a game before it even releases. Oh, it's got black people. So what? Who cares? It is such a shit aspect to judge a game for. Am I thinking of the DLC? The one in the ice? I haven't heard very good ones about the ones set, like, Subnautica Below Zero. Yeah, let me get something, like, entirely straight. DEI means fucking nothing to me. I'm never going to judge a game based off of DEI. I don't care about who plays a game, who's in a game, you know, the representation or whatnot. If it's a good game, it's a good game. That's like number one reason why I always shit on Grums, is because that's the attack angle he always pushes on games, but all of his own games are shit. Mentioning DEI, don't take this person seriously. Essentially. Give us unhinged game developers that make the best possible stuff. Again, dude, the guy that is making Road to Vostok is going fucking ham, and he's releasing so much in a free demo of the game. Check that shit out if you get a chance. What's DEI? Diversity, inclusion, and Diversity, equity, and inclusion, I think is what it stands for. It's basically this bizarre idea where all these games are requiring a certain amount, and they might be, and who cares? It honestly gives people a good chance to get into the talent. Ethnicity, inclusion. I thought it was equity. Regardless, it's always such a stupid point because people will look at literally a chick in a game and be like, DEI! DEI! Ah! The demons! Or some shit like that. It is such a... Like the Lara Croft thing. Everybody's mad because Lara Croft looks muscly and is toned and whatnot. And it's like, she's a Tomb Raider. She has to be fit. It makes legitimate sense. And then they turn around and I actually remember Grums. Oh god, it's a chance to shit on Grums again. My favorite. Grums posted something on his Twitter that was a modified picture of the voice actor being like, why couldn't they make her more like the voice actor? Which they did, but the modified picture had her breasts enlarged, which was just disturbing in the first part. And he ran with it. He legitimately thought it was real. And despite people telling him that it was faked and a community that said it was faked, he still firmly believed that it was an actual picture and tried to defend his position because he's an idiot. Twitter is just butter. It's only a small portion, but they just scream the loudest. Here's my honest take on video game criticism. If Grums has the same opinion, it's probably a bad one. Grum's still being cringe, I see. I think it's funny because he also tried to attack Subnautica 2 and tried to give them tips on how to be profitable, which Subnautica is insanely popular and insanely profitable, so it's kind of funny to imply that they need some sort of help. How much money has Ember made? His unreleased game. Because right now, under the notches on his belt, he's closed down a studio because of his incompetence. He's been fired from another one, along with being caught up in controversy. He's scammed a bunch of people and only now started developing the game 5 years after. And the game is in such a shit state, so let's ask him. Why do these things not work for Ember? Or any of the other games he's been working on? So yes, Grums has no fucking, weight in the conversation, because he has made nothing substantial of the industry and has only caused destruction. He is a freak. Okay, I'm surprised he hasn't already pulled out an Ember bus yet. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if it was just the fucking Firefall bus with a tarp on the side that was spray painted Ember. I hate this subject. I do too. Let's just move on. I need to change out my thing anyways. This is all bloody. I hate this shit. Ugh. It's all about the grift with this law. Yeah, it is. And you know what? Every time I complain about it, it works. So let's just move on. Let's not give them the attention. It ain't worth it. Let's just let them be irrelevant. It's funnier that way, because they'll scramble. I actually am looking forward to Subnautica 2, and I might have to bully Ray into buying it. Red Dead 1 is listed on Steam. Yeah, that was recent. They even released some trailers. Man, I really, really, really wish that Red Dead 2 Online was better maintained, because that would be something I would love to get back into. I loved Red Dead Online, right? Okay, I think my nose has stopped bleeding now. I think I can take this thing. No, it hasn't. Damn it. Rockstar giving a $50 fucking price tag. Excuse me? That part I haven't noticed. Are you fucking kidding me? Well, there goes any chance of me buying it. At least as of right now. I'll wait for it to go on sale. Yeah, what the fuck? I mean, it does come with Undead Nightmare, though. Red Dead Online, GTA 5 Online. They are nothing alike. And I think the simple reason why Red Dead Online died the way that it did is that there was no way to take that GTA 5 Online spin on it and maintain their fan base. Because the fan base for Red Dead Online was much more mature. Okay, kids got into Red Dead because it was another Rockstar game, and they got online and then realized, oh fuck, the only way to make money is by bounty hunting, or fishing. And that stuff's boring for my little zoomer brain. So I'm going back to GTA Online so I can blow up people with oppressors. That's why I liked Red Dead Online, is because for the first like 60 months, first 6 months of Red Dead Online, it was a completely chill experience. You could run into another player, and the chances of him actually like killing you were low. Like there was a few shitheads that ran around and like roped people up and dragged them around, but they quickly left because there was just no joy to have. So I'm kind of pissed that it's so unmaintained now that those shitheads have come back with mod menus just to ruin it. Because no one can have a nice experience. It's literally not allowed. They copied RTR2 online by forcing GTA Online stuff into it. Yeah, the explosive rounds, I think I conked out by then. But the businesses is where it kind of got me because they made the businesses really, really hard to maintain without spending actual money. Because the startup costs and everything were so high and the profit was so low, just like GTA Online. And it literally had the opposite effect of GTA Online, where a bunch of people just started becoming sweats in it. Because Red Dead Online, again, were much more matured audience. They didn't have nearly as much time to sit down and game. And a lot of them were looking forward to that more casual experience. And so they saw that and said, nah, I'm leaving, and just left. As did I. I mean, that was the only thing. Is this a gaming channel? Yes and no. I kind of just do whatever. There's game reviews, but there's also van stuff. And again, this is just a chatting stream tonight. Because I don't have the battery to game. RDR2 Online feels like GTA 5 Online, but the gameplay is really different. But, well, again, it didn't start like that. Like, when I first started playing Red Dead 2 Online, we were going out hunting and fishing for as much as we possibly could to sell for a profit, and it was an actually profitable experience. And then they tried to push that shit from GTA Online into Red Dead 2, and people lost interest on it. And so that's why they haven't bothered to do anything with it since then, because the fan base is nothing but modders and shitheads now. Small Saga. Never heard of it. I still got to complete the little missions in RDR2, but I finished the game. I haven't finished RDR2. I got pretty far in the story, but then my fucking Xbox died, so there was no need to finish it. Speaking of Nutters, I assume I missed the Nutters update by turning up late. He is sitting on my desk right now. He's mad at me because I've been playing with that little tiny black kitten, because he's been really, really playful as of late. But I smell like him because me and him he's been attacking my hand. I've been like doing the little blah, blah, blah thing with him. I'm still super bitter about Red Dead Online. I am too. Like, I want to go back to it, but I know it's not going to be the same experience. Thoughts on Stalker 2 and should I pre-order? You should never pre-order games. That's my... I respect the studio, but I'm never going to pre-order a game. Ever again. Stalker 2 looks like it's going to be pretty good, though. I'm going to give it a few days to cook, and then I might pick it up myself. I had a hard time getting into the old Stalker games, but if they kind of get rid of the whole text box thing and give you something a little bit more linear and directed, I think I might get into it. I also kind of want to play Watch Dogs again. Because that was a recent conversation between a few people. Avis and I have been talking about Watch Dogs because he's got kind of his own little universe that he's building. And that kind of got me want to play it again, but then I downloaded it, and then as soon as I opened it, the fucking Ubisoft launcher popped in. I was like, oh, I'm not playing with this. Stalker 2 is worth the buy considering its development cycle. I know, like I said, I've got a lot of respect for the studio, but I'm still going to give it time to cook. I got to see how other people like it before I, again, invest on it myself. That's always been my thing, is I'm always giving games. That's why I didn't buy Test Drive Solar Crown. I was going to do it, but with the beta shit that happened and then the launch shit that happened, I am so glad that I skipped out on that. I tried Stalker Call of Pripyat and I had no idea what to do. Well, I know you got to go down to the little bunker store and then that's where you start your story, but it is like, it's so displaced and disfigured. It's really, I hate those kinds of styles where it's, everything's got its own UI and everything like that. Like I said, I want a chill experience, but you know, it's still something that's a little bit complex, and that feeds a little bit more into the complex. Linear and direct, they're Eastern Europeans, though. You're asking them to betray their entire gaming work. I'm not going to say that's going to make it a bad game, though. It just might not interest me. Let me just kind of drive that point home. Just because I'm not interested in it does not make it a bad game. It's just not a game for me. Which I think is a stance that a lot of people need to start taking here. Because I've seen a lot of people say, well, the game doesn't... I don't like this and I don't like that. To try to say a game is bad? No. Other people might enjoy the game. I might not enjoy the game. Or likewise, I might enjoy a game and other people don't. Personal enjoyment has nothing to do with it, especially because, again, a lot of Stalker players are going to be expecting that, which is why it's probably going to be hard for me to get into it. Well, again, we'll just have to see. That's why I'm going to let other people play with it first and see if it might be something worth of getting into. Small Saga is an RPG where you play as a mouse armed with a normal-sized pocket knife, so for him, it's like a buster sword. Nice. Onyx is extremely excited for it. He's always loved Stalker. He's loved Stalker and he's loved Fallout. I think he's going to enjoy it. I might let him be my playtester. I fully expect for that game to come out, Onyx is going to be unreachable for like the next 3 weeks after the game releases. I guarantee it. Like, I know every now and then he'll pick up Fallout 4 and start a new build on it, and we can't get a hold of him for the next 2 weeks because he will go hard on it, and then he'll come back and be like, yeah, I blew up the fucking Institute again. Which respect, but pick a different ending, damn it. I got Metal Gear Solid 5 about a month ago, and holy shit, is it good. Dude, I got some of the old Splinter Cells for PS2. That's another thing that kind of I want to do on the bus, is kind of have a multimedia gaming setup. It's not something that's possible because of the space restrictions in here, but if it's something that I'm going to do with the bus. Because I've got an old Xbox 360 and my old PS3 and my old PS2 and an NES that I need to get restored and stuff like that. That would be cool. Because I think a Splinter Cell playthrough on PS2 would be really fun. Especially if we could time it around Season 2 of Blood Dragon. What happened to that? I'm super into that. It did leave a lot of dead space on the map. It did, but for the time, I mean, that was perfectly acceptable. I have a bad problem with trying to find the best ending for games when they have multiple endings. I need to actually play through Fallout 4 again because I still haven't finished it a second time around. And my first ending was a purely accidental Institution ending, and I still can't forgive myself for that. But every time I boot it up, I remember this story is actually really kind of ass. Oop, my bad. I know a lot of people who enjoy Cruelty Squad because of the beyond painful visuals. That's what turns me away. Like, I always hate saying it because it looks like a good game and I know people enjoy it, but it's not for me. I just can't get into it. I'm slowing down. I'm facing my retirement years in gaming. I need simplicity. I need to be put on my meds and given, like, you know that video of when they give patients headphones to listen to classical music? That's me when it comes to gaming. Okay, I need a smooth, relaxing, but it's still somewhat complex and intriguing. But I cannot have shit flashing in front of me. I'm gonna get bored. I always go for the Brotherhood of Steel ending. I mean, I've always gone for a Minutemen ending because I don't necessarily like the Brotherhood of Steel, especially after New Vegas. But I really wish there was a little bit more dynamics of you either join the Institute or you blow them up, and there's really no difference on which route you go. Like, that's the major decision. If you choose to do a railroad ending, you blow up the Institute. If you choose to do a Metal Gear Solid, if you choose to do a Brotherhood of Steel ending, you blow up the Institute. If you decide to do a Minutemen ending, you blow up the Institute. Can we have a little bit of variation? I was literally a day away from pulling the trigger and going hard on Helldivers 2, and then Sony ruined it. Yeah. Multiplayer games are also, like mass multiplayer games, are kind of falling out of favor with me. Even though Helldivers is a PvE experience, you're not playing against other players, you're playing against aliens and shit like that. I'm sure it'd be a little bit more exciting, but they've fallen out of favor for me. I'm gonna get peer pressured into playing Fallout 4 by my boss. Respectable. The only reason I play Fallout 4 is the one Assaultron and Good Neighbor. She steals my heart every time. That's when we played Deep Rock Galactic. Yeah. I just don't have patience for those types of games all of a sudden. I think I need like a break from those styles of games. Bethesda trying to make a good game challenge. Impossible. I still want to give Starfield a crack, but it doesn't run on my PC, as we've learned the hard way. That's why I've been thinking about getting like a 1S, or not, a Series S, and just having a few games I could play casually on it. Lion's Pride kind of skewed everyone's idea of what the Brotherhood actually is. Yeah, well, now the TV show is on, also really not helping their image. I'm mad that our second Satisfactory World has hit a brick wall. Yeah. It's just something I'm going to have to build back up to. I don't want to say we're canceling on it, but it's just, I know the second I boot up Satisfactory, I'm going to drain my battery to fucking near zero within like 3 hours. And that's a game I need like 10 hours on before I'm satisfied. Fallout 3 Buttercup Companion mod. My biggest thing for Fallout 4 was the base building. Anybody remember General Dave and his Fallout 4 builds? I lived for that shit. I love base building. Starfield is pretty boring. It's just Fallout 4 in space. Yeah, but the ship building does intrigue me a little bit, though. That's about it. I mean, I've been watching Farva play it, and I can't get into it. I've also been watching Farva play Far Cry 6 with Jada, and that's another game. Ugh. I can't get into it. Put the Pizza Tower OST on. Oh, so I'm sick of Satisfactory within 37 minutes? Will there be farming sim streams in the van? Maybe. I'm very interested to see what the new farming sim looks like. I swear, if it is the same fucking engine and it just ends up being the same game with a slightly different UI change, I'm gonna fucking scream. I got tired of that shit with fucking my Car Mechanic Simulator. I'm not dealing with that shit again with Farming Sim. God, that still pisses me off. We still haven't heard about a new Car Mechanic Simulator. I think Playway has literally slit Red Dot's throat, and it's just a bunch of fucking interns that Playway is forcing to make DLC for the game. Like, Red Dot has fully fucking disappeared. There's been no word about a new Car Mechanic Simulator. And even if there is, it's gonna be the same fucking game. I guarantee it. That's a game I want to cover, but every time I open it up, I'd be like, wow, this is just Car Mechanic Simulator 2012 with 2015 DLC and 2018 DLC, and it's just... I can't stand it. This is a full-ass game that I bought, and it is DLC-sized updates. Not even DLC-sized updates, like just quality-of-life updates that you're releasing in a whole separate game. The difference between 2018 and 2021 were so fucking minuscule, it was insulting. The latest Farming Sim game was such a disappointment. Well, that was my introduction into Farming Sim, but from what I've seen, that yeah, it's pretty much the same one as the last one. And just looking at Farming Sim 2025, whatever it is that's coming out, it also looks exactly the same. Which, I get that Farming Simulator is kind of a hard game to break from a niche, but, like, it's just got a flavor to it that I just can't get out of my mouth. Same Far Cry 5 bias dude that reminds me of home. Far Cry 6 just, it looks like I like the guy that plays Gus Fring. And I feel bad for not remembering his name. But the gameplay just looks so damn boring. Yet, if I was to make a I've got so many game titles that are now in my head. Reset! If I was to make a Car Mechanic Simulator, like a what is or what happened to a Car Mechanic Simulator, I would end up in a lot of trouble because they're technically an indie studio, and talking bad about indie studios is it's a no-no on YouTube. But I cannot fucking stand Red Dot and Playway anymore. I enjoyed 2015. I kind of got a little disappointed with 2017 because I added a lot, but it still felt fundamentally the same. And then 2021 came out and I realized, oh, you guys are literally just not doing anything. You changed the map. This is not a new fucking game. It sounds like FIFA football games. No, those are fucking criminal. That's an actual fucking Ponzi scheme. Actually, no, Ponzi scheme's not correct. But that's an actual goddamn scam. EA and like companies for those damn sports games need to be fucking sued already. Because it is not just kind of the same game. It is literally the same exact fucking game. You can take the same game and update the roster every year. There's no need to be charging people $70 fucking a year. But hey, people fucking buy into it. PlayStation fans still exist. FIFA's gonna be selling hotcakes. Same with NBA 2K, whatever the fuck it is, whatever sports games you have, they just sell like hotcakes despite even the players knowing that they're the same exact game because they're so damn gullible. So they know they can get away with it. That's why I fucking hate PlayStation fans, is they will literally consume anything because the console gets no games. FIFA is literally highway robbery. Don't stop buying sports games in 2024. Full fucking stop. If it is a AAA studio making a sports game, walk out the door. Close the door, walk away. Considering how corrupt FIFA is IRL. Same goes for Formula 1 and such like that. Those games I cannot stand either because they always end up fundamentally the same. And by that I mean actually just generically slop. They've been getting away with it for 30 years. It's their cash cow. They make so much fucking money off the card sales. Reason Disney LucasArts pulled the Star Wars IP from EA. Yeah, but then they gave it to Ubisoft, which was not much of a fucking upgrade. They literally went from stepping in dry dog shit to wet dog shit. Oh, I could go rounds about Ubisoft. Ubisoft is the #1 studio that I fucking hate. I'm actually fully in belief that Ubisoft wants out of the gaming industry and they're trying to destroy their fucking company. I think it's an active sabotage on themselves. With their shitty Uplay and their fucking game cancellations and removals and their horrible game designs that just get shoved so piss poorly and all of their fucking layoffs. I cannot stand Ubisoft. They do not deserve to be in existence. Debatably worse. No, just actually worse. Ubisoft is the worst gaming AAA gaming studio of all time. EA is awful because they're evil. Ubisoft is awful because they're just awful. They make no good games, and they take away the good games that they have because they want you to play their horrible new games. The Crew? Okay, The Crew was a fucking landmark in racing games. Now, you can argue that the handling was kind of whack, and the story was kind of weak, but the whole US map, and a slightly gritty, like a gritty racing story, because the last one we had gotten is The Run, and everybody loved the fucking Run, and I think a lot of people like The Crew for that. But I think they were afraid of people going from The Crew 2, or actually The Crew Motorfest, stepping back and seeing, oh yeah, The Crew 2 is basically the same thing, just a lot bigger of a map. And then stepping back into The Crew 1 and realizing, holy fuck, the formula was different. Because I hated The Crew 2 and I fucking hate Motorfest. That and the Skull and Crossbones shit show, the new Star Wars that came out, and all this anti-fucking, like, games, like, this whole idea of games as a service came from them. They coined the term. Versus Bethesda. Bethesda just makes awful games because they refuse to update game engines. Bethesda is an ego problem. Ubisoft is an actual problem. It's not even Uplay, it's Ubisoft Connect. Well, Ubisoft Connect is just Uplay fucking stripped down and naked. In fact, the functionality is even worse because they didn't replace any of the functionality with updated material. They just rebranded it, but never updated the drivers themselves, or updated the launcher itself. So you just get Uplay in disguise. It is Microsoft Live. It's like when you had to get xliveless.dll for GTA 4 just to be able to play the fucking game past like 2013. You had to modify the game to play the game. And I'm gonna find something to bypass that fucking Ubisoft Connect shit for Watch Dogs, because I'm not making a new Ubisoft account. They're not getting that satisfaction. And I still have The Crew quarantined on my computer because they were removing it from people's library. It keeps asking me to update it, and I fucking refuse. It tried to do it automatically on my laptop, and I refuse to let it. It is zipped up and quarantined on my computer because I'm waiting for the mod to release that allows it to be played offline. Because they're making progress on that, which is also proof that the game could have been modified to play offline. If a group of shitheads can do it, a full-fledged AAA studio company could have done it too. ActiBliz is my choice for worst. Okay, no, actually, I could agree with that. Activision and Blizzard is absolutely up there as one of the worst companies on a moral high ground. You absolutely got that right. But luckily, well, no, I take that back because people fucking play Call of Duty all the goddamn time. Luckily, I think that they're kind of living in their own bubble. A lot of people have written off Call of Duty and shit like that. Which is why the quality of these games have dropped so much, is because they're literally only making a profit off of like 5 people. My driver San Francisco Xbox 360 disc has been goated. I have it for PlayStation 3, that's why I want to hook my PlayStation 3 back up. is I have Driver San Francisco for the PlayStation 3. AAA in general is garbage. I'll be fine in indie. Yeah. So that's why when a lot of people ask, are you going to cover this game? And it's a AAA title game. It's a resounding no. I will happily give my time to indie titles. Not a fucking penny to AAA titles. The last time I did it was the Crew Motorfest. And I think we can all remember how much of a shit show that game was. They had to do 2 5-hour demos because people were just not buying into it. I think at this point, any fucking PR management for the Crew is just pure cope. I don't think anybody's going out of their way to play the Crew 2 or the Crew Horizon New Dawn, fucking whatever it's called, Motorfest. I still really want to play Driver San Francisco someday, but I don't want to pirate it. Well, I mean, there's no legitimate way to buy it. Unless you can get a hold of it like a PS3 and our Xbox 360, and you could try to find a physical copy for it. I've been on the hunt for another physical copy for a while. And if I come across one, I'm definitely buying it. Kind of like how I've been with Need for Speed Underground 2. I've been buying up all the physical copies I find. The Crew Motorfest, or worse, Forza Horizon 5. You know what blows me away, though, is I'm surprised that Test Drive Solar Crown looked at the launch of both Forza Horizon 5 and fucking Forza or Crew, whatever the fuck it was, and said, yeah, but we can somehow do that better, instead of looking at it and be like, let's not do what they did. It's late, I'm going to bed. Good night. The one with the bad box art. Yeah. The box art is only a fraction of the problem. I have like 3 copies of Need for Speed Most Wanted. I can't find copies of the Most Wanted. That's a hard to get game. I think I cleaned my copy of Most Wanted, though, before the vintage game store shut down. The retro game store. Those are becoming a rare breed. What just flashed on my screen? Who is Discording me? At this time of day, in this hour, localized entirely within my kitchen. Sparkling sugar cookie Dr. Pepper. That sounds horrible, Jada. Ugh. I've been deeply looking for Driver San Francisco at my local used game store, but I haven't found it, sadly. I also don't own an Xbox 360 nor a PS3, but I have Burnout Paradise for the PS3 and Forza Horizon 1. PS3s are starting to come up on the market, on like the second-hand market as parts kits, and you'd be surprised how many of them still run. I'm going to pull mine apart when I get back up to Wyoming. I'm going to grab all my vintage game stuff, even though I don't have real space for it. Because, again, if I do the bus, I want to have a multimedia game system, or a game spot. So, I might pull mine apart, fix it up, because my PS3 still works. I feel another nosebleed. Why? Why me? Oh, no, never mind. We're good. I'm going to have to turn on the humidifier in here because it is so absurdly dry. Sugar on top of sugar. Yeah, no, that my heart could not handle that. I had no normal Dr. Pepper today. Oh, dude, okay, someone tell me if I'm a shithead for doing this or not. I ordered McDonald's and, like, walked down to McDonald's, and I had ordered, like, a small Dr. Pepper because it was cheaper. But I also knew that every time I mobile ordered for McDonald's, they would hand me the bag but never hand me the drink, and they would just ask, well, what size did you get? And I looked at them in the face, and I said, I got a large. And they just gave me a cup. And then she started looking at my receipt. And I was like, oh, fuck, am I about to get caught? And then she said nothing. So, like, did I win? Am I an asshole? Got any good PS2 games? I have so many PS2 games. I got Splinter Cell 2. Like I said, I want to do a playthrough of that because I never played Splinter Cell. Ever. PS3 emulation is starting to come along too. Something like 2/3 of the catalog are playable on RPCS3. That's something else I want to look into, but I don't know. I still want to have my old classic PlayStation because my full save is on PlayStation. I have all the cars unlocked and I'm fully 100% Driver San Francisco on the PlayStation 3. L? What do you mean L? Okay, with how expensive shit is McDonald's, I feel like I was in the right there. I also, all the mods that you could do with PS2s now, like the flash mod storage and HDMI output and such like that, that's also a thing I want to, like, I'm really nervous about doing something like that. Because it's an original PS2 that I've had since my childhood. But I think it's time to upgrade. As someone who worked at Taco Bell for 3 years, I wouldn't call you out for saying you had a large. That's what I'm saying. Also, I hate how the Taco Bell app does not take PayPal. Because I would have went to Taco Bell and just used the happy hour to get a large for $1. But they only accept card or Google Play, and Google Play's PayPal has never worked. I used RPCS3 to play Little Big Planet 2. That's goated. Dude, can we get another Little Big Planet? I know the new Astrobot is their... Or not Astrobot. Is it Astrobot? Whatever it is. I know that's their new mascot, and it's basically just a reskinned Little Big Planet Sackboy. But can we get another Little Big Planet, please? I miss that game. Like, a lot. McDonald's doesn't even make money from food nowadays. I concur, because they charge, like, fuck... You know what's funny is for a short while, they had that $5 meal deal thing, right? And then they had a coupon that ran alongside that was 10% off any purchase over $5, and you could combine the two. And so you can get a full meal with a $5 bill, because it would cut it down below the tax. And they took that away and raised it up to $15 to get that 10% off. Who the fuck is spending $10 or $15 at McDonald's? It was always busted at our store. Taco Bell's app's just horrible. Like, it's legitimately bad. They have the new name your price thing where you put in how much you're willing to spend, and then half the menu items don't even show up anyways. Like, if you put in $5, only 2 things come up, but I can find a bunch of things on the menu that are less than $5. And things I wouldn't care about. I still can't forgive the Chipotle chicken wrap thing that was on the Value Cravings menu. They took it off and then brought it back and charged $6 fucking for it. Ever heard of Restitch? It's a new IP from the original Little Big Planet devs. I have not. This is news to me. I'm going to have to look it up. Dump the link to the RPCS3 compact list in the Discord and the relevant channel. Nice. Also, let me just state for the fact, because I know the rules, someone's going to question, I thought pirating was bad in the chat. It's not pirating if you can't buy it anymore. It's also not pirating if it's Adobe. But don't post any Adobe links in the chat, because Adobe will rip my fucking head off. It's also okay if it's Nintendo. But also don't post any Nintendo links in the chat, because Nintendo will actually rip my head off and then fuck my skull. Subway buckled back down to $7.99 foot-long deals. I haven't had Subway in a while. Subway sounds actually really good. $5 foot-longs is never coming back. Well, it's because it was such a terrible idea in the first place. Okay, $7.99 is nice, but why am I still paying fucking $13 for a sandwich? Based. I gotta say, the free version of Adobe Photoshop isn't bad if you could get past the constantly looping pirate music. No, that's a joke. I pay and use only genuine Adobe products in this household. Wink, wink, hint, hint. What if the devs behind a game get fucked over? Who are you talking about? Are you talking about like the layoffs that Ubisoft and everybody's been doing? The thing is those live service games are unpiratable because they are so connected to the internet. So when developers of a big studio get laid off en masse because of pirating, in reality it's because they're not making the money that they had hoped to, or they just want to make more money. Nobody pirates new games. They're not worth pirating because they're all live service games. Most of everything is emulation now. People use Adobe just so they don't have to say they use GIMP. You know what also annoys me? And this is going to get me yelled at. I've thought about making an actual video about this. When people are like talking about digital media versus physical media, they'll always like show a picture of Concord, a physical copy of Concord, and be like, well, you can't take this from me. It's such a stupid take because yes, they absolutely can. In fact, they won more than the digital copies because they refunded all the digital copies of Concord. How many people got their physical copies refunded afterwards? Like directly, not them having to go out to the store and refund it. Physical copies of games now are nothing more than a physical key. It is an actual physical key versus the push button start. Okay, without the car, it does you no good. Like there might be a little bit of data on a disc when you buy a game, but some games are, again, like Call of Duty Black Ops 6, 150 gigs. Well, someone said it was 50 gigs for just the game. But you know for a fact it's going to download a bunch of shit. For patches and everything like that, that shit's not going on the disc. So if a game shuts down, having a physical copy of a game in 2024 and 2025 is null and void. Okay? Physical media is CDs and DVDs for the PS2, where the data was on the drive. There was a little bit that was offloaded onto a memory card, but everything was on the disc, and they couldn't take that away from you. That's physical media. Well, I guess it's technically optical media. The only thing that a physical copy of a game is worth now is collection. Because if they shut down the servers and take away the access to the launchers and everything for that game, your physical copy of a key means shit. Go take your physical copy and try to play the Crew 2 or the Crew right now. It's not going to work because the data is not on the disk. It's on a server that the disk calls to every time you put it in. Red Dead Redemption 2 was on 2 Blu-rays on PS4. Yeah, but there's still not enough data on those games. Patches and everything, you're going to lose out on them. Though, luckily, again, the way Red Dead Redemption is there's an online launcher for online stuff, but it is entirely capable of playing the game offline. It doesn't call to a server when you put in the game. You can play the game offline. Same with GTA. So you have that. Okay, Rockstar has no incentive to remove your access to a single-player game because you earn nothing from it to begin with, and it's not calling to servers. You may lose access to trophies and whatnot, like you did with Mad Max. There was one feature that did not work anymore, but you still had access to the game. Was Death Stranding that had the cardboard disc with the serial key in the case? That was Fallout 76. Yeah, that would disappoint me. I took my Fallout 76 copy, though, and snapped it in half because I hated that game so fucking bad. Because I bought it stupidly at launch. And I was working at Walmart at the time, so I saw the game sitting in the back room before launch date, and I almost snagged one and like hid it for myself, but I didn't. But I snapped that fucking disc in half because I hated it so bad. Okay, it was on the principle of it. Could I have gotten a refund? Yes, but I was so fucking pissed because the game was beyond broken. Okay, the launch experience for Fallout 76 was kind of like the day before, where all the servers were full and you couldn't get in. And then as soon as I realized, oh, this is an actual like MMO, this is not just a co-op Fallout. Because when I heard about Fallout 76, my thought was it was going to be a 4-player co-op game. Like, you could have your solo experience and go through the story and whatnot, but you had the option to play with other people. It being an online MMO sucked so much fucking life from me, I couldn't even fathom. Because that was when MMOs were big. GTA Online had taken off, and everybody wanted to be GTA Online. I hated it. I fucking hated it. Creators adopting live automated mid-rolls saw, on average, a 20% uplift in stream ad revenue per hour. I make, at most, $1. YouTube. I am not about to fucking slam a mid-roll through this fucking casual stream for a whole 20 fucking cents. Please stop bringing that pop-up back up after I close it. God, I hate YouTube. The day before launch was such a terrible launch. Did you guys know that they're back? They're crowdfunding another game. Oh, never mind. You already said that. They're crowdfunding another game. Is it making any money? Wait. We gotta find out. Escape Factory. Kickstarter project. Can we get a link to the Kickstarter project? Where's the link? How we scammed. We refunded all the money. No! Oh god, I'm looking through their Twitter. We refunded all the money. No. Valve made you refund all the money. Steam made you do that. I want to find the Kickstarter project. What is it called again? Okay, Escape Factory. Escape Factory by Fantastic. Funding canceled. They made $2,375 of a goal of $15,099. Funding was canceled for this project October 23rd. It came and went. People did not buy into this shit. Comments. Yeah, it's mostly just people calling them out and telling them to fuck off. So I'm glad to see, I'm still disappointed that $2,375 went to these assholes. Someone was stupid enough to fall for their shit. But they didn't meet remotely close to the goal and they had to shut it down. And that's probably why they haven't posted on Twitter in a while. It's because they've realized that their cash cow, their scam has been figured out and no one's fallen for it again. That was ballsy, though. Like, you gotta give them slight props to come out and be like, hey guys, we're doing it again. You want to fall for it? Like, that's insulting in a way. How stupid do you think people truly... Well, okay. People are fucking stupid, but just how stupid and gullible do you think people truly, truly are? I mean, enough to make almost $2,400. Luckily, Kickstarter is not going to give that to them. The cat is on the desk. Wow. And I am also glad to see that nobody was like, ah ha ha, their Kickstarter got canceled. They literally let them wither out and die. That's awesome. The cat is on the desk and he is sniffing the phone. Lay down. Excuse me, sir? People were defending it? I know there were people defending it. And it's probably people working for the company. Someone got majorly screwed here. Okay, someone got screwed. Now, I don't know if the entire goal was to scam just players, but I feel like with how much the game blew up, I feel like it was artificially inflated at first by bots. To push it up into the most wishlisted. And then, of course, it snowballed from there to gather attention from investors, and I feel like that's who got scammed. Is I feel like they released the game in a hardly working state, and then they shut it down and ran off. Someone got fucked here. Nutter scam is an option? Not yet. It is, I've got a webcam somewhere. I just gotta find it. I have no idea where it is. How are we doing on battery power? 63%. I might have to wrap things up here in a minute. It is also almost 8 o'clock, so... I'll dig through the storage and see if I can find the webcam tomorrow. Think you might do a dash cam stream while moving around? Well, I might now since the new Starlink plan has been forced onto me. The CEO got arrested? Did he? I don't know. I never heard anything about the CEO. I thought he just bounced. You know what? That's a quick rant I'm actually going to have about real quick. I know I ranted about it on the video, but like I'm still pissed about it. No, I'm not ranting about it because I ranted around it in the video. If I find a copy of Driver San Francisco for PlayStation 3, would you want me to send one to your P.O. box? I don't have a P.O. box. And no, I've got one. I've got one in storage somewhere that I know works. I just got to find it. It's probably with the PS3. I think they're both stored in the same spot. But it could technically be a possibility now because now I guess I've got in-motion connection. I don't know what the speed limit is, though. Although, I'm not sure if I want to do that because that requires... I want to be able to read chat. And I also don't want people to know exactly where I am at any given moment. Like, I'd like to, give you a rough idea, but there's people stupid enough, or not stupid enough, but smart enough to be able to geolocate me, and then I'm just dealing with people all of a sudden. So I don't think I'm ever going to do something like that, personally. Nutters is EP. I think it is bedtime, Nutters. Are you ready for bed? A dude in a van having a P.O. box sounds ridiculous. I mean, it's not a bad idea. The problem with P.O. boxes is that for some reason to have a P.O. box, you need to have a physical address in the U.S., which is fine, except if you have a physical address, chances are you have a mailbox. Now, I'd open up a P.O. box down here, but they're also stupidly expensive now. I could be in VC and read chat while you're streaming. That might work. I don't know. That's something for the future. I'm not going to worry about that now. Mountains don't have good reception. I don't know how good the connection is for the Starlink while it's in motion. Because even while it's sitting still, You got to have it pointed a specific way at a specific angle to get good connection. So I can't imagine it would be a very stable connection in motion, especially at something close to highway speeds or even in town speeds. Let me look that up real quick. Starlink in motion speed limit. In motion use up to 100 mile per hour. Really? Nah. Wait, $165 a month. Why am I paying $180? Whatever. I'm surprised though. I wouldn't trust the dish at your roof at highway speeds. I mean, it's mounted to the roof. It is literally bolted to the roof. I don't know. That's something to experience. Tax and hidden fees. No, I swear the email that I got said $180 a month. Hold on. Fucking Christ!
Kieran tipped $100. Something hype bust joke.
Fucking god damn it! You can't do that! I mean, you can, but fuck! I really want to turn that fucking notification off. Thank you! Sociopath? Now that I almost chronically shit myself. Fucking hell. Whose idea was it to make it that loud? I think that was Ray's idea. Can we bully Ray a little bit? Fuck. Do you leave it up there normally when you drive? Yes, it is, like I said, bolted to the roof. It is hard mounted. I bought the kit from Starlink with the hard mounting kit. Mostly because I wanted it attached so I could use it wherever I go and not have to worry about someone just nabbing it and running with it. $380 in one stream? Yeah! Close to that. Fucking Christ. It was a great idea. Yeah, maybe. It seemed like a great idea at the time until your ears fucking leave your building. What? What the fuck did I just say? Make it do it louder. No. You shit yourself chronically all the time. Becomes a problem. Jeans are not cheap. Money jump scare is kind of fun though. Kind of fun though. Yeah! Amplifier! How do you think I feel? This is straight into my eardrums. He should keep it. Well, the last time I tried to turn it down, clearly it didn't work. And it just turned itself back up. And only I have access to the overlays, so I know nobody else did it. So it just didn't save. Jesus. Ow! Luckily, if we do the bus, on the topic of the hard-mounted satellite, we've got most of the stuff in here. A lot of the electrical stuff can be reused. The faucet can be reused. The stove can be reused until I get the stove that I actually want. We can just mount the Starlink straight to that. And if we even need be, the power system, if it's not something we can handle now, we can just put the solar panels that I have now on the roof. You gotta reload the overlay for the updated volume to save. No, this was a while ago. It should reload every time I open OBS. You're outvoted. Keep it loud. I hate you all. I love you all, but I hate you all. It's a mutual, an agreement of mutual destruction. I will risk my eardrums, but I want to strangle each and every one of you. Hope things work out for you. Well, thanks to you, they definitely will. Good God. Were you the... did you do the first one? Jesus. Nutters is asleep on the desk right now. It's kind of cute. He's turned bunny. He is orbital. If you get a bus, you're required to get a waterbed. Not with this cat. It will be popped and leaking within the same hour. He did the most recent one. I see he did the most recent one. I was wondering if he did the first one. I mean, it's anonymous. He doesn't have to answer, but still. If I get the bus, though, I'm getting a full-size bed because this twin bed is hell. Nutters in a waterbed do not mix. He's destroying my sheets as is. Like, he does the, yes, but I forgot as my name. You fucking... You've lost it. You've lost the plot. Jesus. But no, Nutters is doing the kneading thing, and he's chewed through all my fleece blankets at this point, because he just does that all day. I gotta get him a better scratching pad. Should do campfire streams sometime. That would be fun, honestly. Maybe, just maybe. We'll have to see. Maybe this next weekend we'll go up and see what we could find. I don't know how to live stream with the GoPro. I'm not sure if it's even a possibility. I could set something up on my phone, but I don't like the overlay system on phones. But maybe we can get out and do something. We'll just have to see. I might brainstorm something. Replace the passenger seat with a scratching post. I put a scratching post pad, a cardboard one, up on the side of the propane storage, but he's already destroyed that one. I need to get a new one. Actually, what I should do is just go get an off-cut rug. That'd probably be better for his claws, because I think that's one of the big problems is he will not let me trim his claws, but I'm worrying they're getting a little bit too long. So if I got him maybe like a rug that he could scratch up, it'd help shorten his claws up a little bit. Just have to see. Anyways, my battery is about to hit 60%. And it also is getting a little bit warm in here, so I want to turn the overhead vent on and let this air draw out a little bit that it can at least. I might try to stream a little bit more throughout the week. I've got a little 3 amp battery charger that's like a battery tender that I've been plugging into the battery for the van. And it does a little bit better, but not by much. Where I'm parked now, I'm not getting full sunlight, so I might just have to move around a little bit more over the next week to just get my battery charged back up. So that way I can stream normally again. The battery seems to have stopped doing what it is doing, by the way. Because I thought I'd be through this battery a lot faster than I have been. But we've been streaming for 2 hours, and it's just now getting near 60%. I thought I was going to burn through that in an hour. So maybe my battery has readjusted itself. I don't know. It's something I'm going to have to experiment with. Because I started at 74%. I don't know. It's been so fucking weird as of late. It could also be... I don't know if this would make sense, but I'm reusing an old power strip that I got from my office when I was evicted. I wonder if that one might be bad and it's causing more of a current draw. It might be worth replacing that also. I don't know. I've got to put the refrigerator on a 12-volt circuit, though, so it's not on the power strip as well. I just haven't had a chance to wire up a new cigarette lighter. We'll have to try it with a lot of load from like streaming a game once you get full charge. I'm going to look around and see what campsites are around here that don't have tree coverage, which sucks because it's supposed to be a little bit warm for the next few weeks, but if I can get the battery up to full 100% and let it float charge for a little bit, that might be worth experimenting with, because I've gotten it to go up to 100% but not stay there for an extended period of time. So I guess we're just going to have to experiment with it. I don't know. We'll see. Also, hold it to me this month to replace the stream background, because the old duck needs to go, and even if it's not animated, I could do some fun little tricks with it, but I'm bored of this background. So we'll think of something. I also need to go back to streaming some more Blender, because we still need to make more progress on that. We'll just have to see. Balls. It's not much, but you can do better than I could. Thanks for the content. And I still am appreciative of it. Thank you. Every little bit helps. But yeah, I think I'm going to call it a night. Because I can tell Nutters is ready for bed also. He keeps rolling over and batting me. So I will see you guys. Should I try streaming Wednesday? I might try streaming Wednesday. We'll see. We'll just see what happens. You guys have a good night.